Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Wednesday catch-up video. I was doing some editing last night. I do editing most nights actually, and I was editing some film of a steam rally and I found a clip I forgot I'd taken. It was a motorcycles at Corbridge steam rally. People say, John, you never take any of the motorcycles and the cars, which is true, I don't. I seem to concentrate on the steam engines. So tonight, or today, I'm going to put the clip of the motorcycles in at Corbridge, and I'm also going to put another lathe tutorial video on. These are going down very well. I think I've got another 7 or 8 to put on, and then I'll have to find something else to put on. I actually think I did a milling machine series as well, so I can possibly put them on. Hi, my name's John. Welcome to part 11 in a series of short videos all about the metalworking lathe. In this episode I'm going to cover faceplates, how to use a faceplate, which is actually going back a little bit towards work holding, but I've now got a job that is ideal for the faceplate, so I'm going to demonstrate how I use and how I set up the faceplate. Anyway, that's enough talking, let's bring the camera in. I've got a link plate here. It's been plasma cut out of 12mm mild steel plate, and what I've got to do is bore that hole there to 31mm and that hole there to 21mm. I could put it in a 4-jaw chuck, grip in there and grip in there, except if I did that, it means that jaw there will be sticking out too far and it will hit the bed of the lathe, so I can't grip it in a 4-jaw chuck. So a faceplate is ideal for doing this particular operation. I've got the faceplate mounted on the spindle of the lathe, and I'm going to bore that to 31mm, so I need to make sure that the hole I've got in there is plenty wide enough. I know it's a 40mm bore through there. If I had to bore a 100mm hole, it would mean packing out the workpiece and put a packer behind it like that, so I could bore through without damaging the faceplate. This is going to be held in the centre there, held on by 2, probably 3 clamps. As an easy way to line this up, simply put a centre in there from the tailstock, and that's going to hold that basically in the centre. It's going to have a pin welded in, so it hasn't got to be that accurate. It's a 30mm pin that goes into there, but we'll get it as good as we can. Right, so I've got a lathe tailstock centre in there. These holes are plasma cut from that side. That's the best side. That side's not bad, there's a little rag on it, so you use the best side, and we simply put it into there like that, and that will hold that nicely in the centre. That can't be anything else. I'll bring the camera around and show you how much clearance I've got between the end of that and the lathe bed before we start. Right, so now we need to clamp this in position. These holes are for clamp bolts and clamp pieces to go through. Basically I'll probably put a 1 on there and possibly a bar across there. Basically it's the same as clamping something to a milling machine table. Just got a stud through there, the nut on both ends. That's 1. I'm going to put another 1 on here. These are the bolts I use on the milling machine. If I had a few of these to do, I would put a nut on to hold that in, and it would save them jiggling around and dropping off. where the third hand comes in. Useful sometimes to hold things. Right, so now we've got a really good grip on that. Dispense with the tailstock. You can see down there how much clearance I've got between the lathe bed and the end of that. So I couldn't have gripped that in a 4-jaw chuck. I'm going to put another one on here just to be belt and braces, but 2 would definitely hold it. But putting the one on here will help to balance things out, and we'll talk about balance once we get this clamped up. Right, so that's really got a good hold of that now. When you're performing operations like this, you've got to be aware of what you're doing. All these bits here spinning around, you don't want to get tangled up in that lot. As far as speed goes, it's actually not too badly balanced there, but you don't want to go like revving it really fast. You could put extra weight on here, but it's not too bad, it's not balanced too bad at all. There you can see the nuts on the back of the faceplate. It's a better shot there, showing you the clearance I've got between the lathe bed, not a lot. This here's got a gap bed, but I wouldn't be wanting to take that out. Right, now the whole 31mm, I'm going to put a drill through first, because you often find stuff that's been plasma cut gets a hard skin on it and it doesn't do your boring tools any good. So we'll put a nice stiff most taper drill through there. Right, we need a 31mm hole, and I've got a 29mm drill, a nice tight one, a really short one. A little bit fast on that, I think. So I'm happy doing that. So you keep your hands well away from it. You stand behind it, stand on one side of it, you don't stand right in front of it, especially if it was good. Just to go through. Right, so that's out to 29, we want 31. Before you put any power on, you turn the lathe by hand to make sure you can get the boring bar all the way through without anything hitting, because there's lots of clearance issues down here. We've got clearance, just but that's clearance is clearance. Right, so that's running at 155 and it's got no vibration problems at all. Just touch this off. We want 2mm out, so I'll put a 1mm cut on first and we'll measure it. It's 1/2mm dialed in, which will take 1mm out. Right, that's at 30.5. We want 31. Then on 31, like I say, it's going to have a pin welded in, so it's not that super critical. The other way to have done this would have been to mount it on another machine and use a boring bar. But honestly, I think it's quicker and easier. If you had a few to do, you could make a jig, you go on your faceplate to clamp them. Right, we've got 31.2, that's certainly near enough how it's got to be. Like I say, it's got the pin welded in. Now it's a case of turning it around and doing the other one exactly the same. With a faceplate, you aren't committed to having stuff flat on. You can mount an angle plate on like that, clamp an angle plate on and clamp things onto there. That could be clamped on and drilled. You can put a U-clamp on, hold that there. There's actually a thing called a kit plate, which is designed to hold things like that on a surface plate, or sorry, on a face plate. Some of the old technical books show loads of stuff, massive stuff on face plates, big parts of trains with massive gears on and big balance weights. All interesting stuff. So you dig the face plate out from the bottom of the lathe and have a play with it. I think you'll find it interesting to use and very useful. I like the challenge of mounting different things and machining things that really are too big for the machines I've got. I was saying that my machines are probably a little bit bigger than most hobby machines. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope you picked something up from it. Don't forget, no jewellery, no dangly sleeves. Be aware of what you've got spinning around and don't stand in the line of fire. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and massive thanks for all the well wishes that are coming in, emails, actually handwritten letters. I've had some fantastic support with the sort of problems I've had lately. It's important that you address these problems at the root cause. You need to get help. It's no good trying to bottle things up. Blokes are renowned for bottling things up, and it is not the way to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching.